Hello hunters, I'm the SurvivalVis, and we returned Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, where there was a little hiccup in the series. I lost the footage for what we're about to do today, but I've had this happen before, so I've made save backups, and we're going to just redo it. So it's a little weird, you might see me in different armor than the rest of the series has been. It's just because I kind of had to scramble to get back to where we are. But we're going to go after the Anjanath urgent quest from Chiche here, and this is to unlock or help somebody else who's part of Elgado's research team. So that's done, we'll just quickly eat and then head out on this hunt. I didn't want to lose, like, this episode, just say, oh, I don't have it, because it is a little bit of the story that keeps going on and explained more. So we'll go further with that, and just head out quickly on this, get this Anjanath down, show off the fight, show off the gear, the weapon, well, maybe just the armor. The weapon I will talk about next episode, which is recorded before this, going up after this. It's a mess for how it kind of panned out. I don't exactly know how I messed up as badly as I did, but I know, like, a little bit of the steps. I guess when I was moving the footage over from the folder, I grabbed the wrong one. And I usually try to clean out the, like, recording stuff after I've gotten everything into its proper places, which backfired pretty royally this time. But everything else, I believe, is in order and as it's supposed to be. So we should be on track with this episode, just as it goes on properly. I know that's a bit of a mouthful and everything to go over, but that's just like how it looks to be. Now, I'm not going to focus too much on gathering anything else, because I do just want to get this Anjanath hunt done, and then the series will be back to the proper main save file next episode, and it continues smoothly there. I'm going to be much more careful and slower when I'm going through, like, parts of the footage and the process, because, again, it's not good when this stuff happens. I got very lucky in being preemptive and making these backup sort of things, although it was still a little bit of a trek to go through just to get it, figure out where I was and work kind of to this point again. But thankfully, everything contained in this episode, it was only the single hunt, and everything flows pretty smoothly for the story going forward beyond it. So we just gotta get this over, and then hiccup is completely remedied. The fight, it's not too different from regular Anjanath, really. I can't remember if that's really a new move in Master Rank or not for him. I don't think he has too many.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, well that's one. The, like, I think that's the most notable, is like the walking flamethrower, where he'll start it down below himself, and then it goes out after you. Yeah, I'm not going to work too much on, like, trying for part breaks, get the tail off, etc. Because I've already hunted him once, I've kind of got pieces I've been after for him. And this is just to show off that we have hunted him proper and get all the story pieces in place for the series. Overall, though, it is nice to... I was hoping, like Sunbreak, we might get Fulgur Anjanath back. But I guess they kind of saved the subspecies more so for only the new Sunbreak monsters. A way to keep it fresh and new. I should say Rise monsters, because they made the subspecies of the Rise roster. Overall, though, it's just basically a regular Anjanath fight. There's not much more to it. Did get a little tight to the corner there. But yeah, this set, it's not quite the super set that I have been using in the videos, just because I do play a bit on my own time, farm some stuff, get some, like, chaff quests out of the way. More stuff that's optional and doesn't work or count towards key or urgent. So we'll just work at finishing you off. Well, I shouldn't say finishing off, because we're still pretty early into the hunt, really. Now, let's get the... I'm trying... What kind of toad was that called again? The trick toad, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, let that be a distraction for us. Okay, we're into normal 3 stuff now.
Nice.
This doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as, like, the set can or has been with using, like, some of the great Roggy pieces in it, because this is full Dom Hermitor still. But I would recommend, if you are going to bow gun, or, well, probably even for the other weapons, don't be afraid to bring back 1 or at most 2 pieces of high rank gear. Like, the endgame skills from high rank Rise really do still pack a wall up in with Sunbreak. It's not quite like Iceborne where things were super outbalanced or, like, outscaled. With Iceborne, it's actually probably been one of the smoother transitions between ranks Monster Hunter has had for, like, an entry. Like, speaking on 4 Ultimate right now, as it's been a bit brutal kicking my butt, that had some pretty rough transition periods for, like, low to high and high to G rank. There we go. Yeah, you know, I think it's probably just better focus on the tail for him. His head and the tail are the weakest parts to gun. You can break the 2 legs rather easily, I think, without, like, them being that weak of spots. Like, they're not going to give you the orange numbers to say, like, oh, this is a weak spot to hit, but breaking the claws doesn't take that much if you do focus fire there. You know what, I really should also remember to keep using the Wyvern Blasts down on the ground. It's just some extra damage that's... Yeah, like, that's a fair bit right there. And right through the legs. Oh, speaking of breaking the legs, there's one broken. Nope, and that'll be nice to have, because now we get the... Now let's do it to the tail. This is going to be double damage, because he's asleep. Yeah, 408. God, the light bowgun is, like, souped up in Sunbreak. It's a little sad that it feels so much more stronger than the heavy bowgun. But I think that comes down to, like, the decisions to take whatever direction they did with the heavy bowgun. Oh, is this another Kitinator? Nope, Flash Bomb. So I wonder if that's, like, a stronger Flash Bomb than the usual is. It seems like it, because he seems to be stuck in this state pretty long, doesn't he? Like, yeah, it's still affecting him, so... There we go, finally it wore off, but that's interesting to know that they've got, like, a souped-up flash bomb they can get out of the lottery, too. I'm not sure as, like, we keep going through the ranks, there'll be more options that it gets. But no matter what it pulls, it's been helpful in quite a few different ways. The Kitinator is still easily my favorite, though. I think I've only seen 2 or 3 outcomes so far. You know what? Maybe I'll start using some of the slicing shots. Just try to get him down a little quicker for us. Ooh! You munched on a mine! I mean, I'm not really trying to get the tail off, but it might just come off because we are looking to get these weak hits in. Or, well, hits to the weak zone. The weak hits themselves aren't that weak.
Thanks, buddy.
And yeah, the fanning maneuver, certain monsters it's really good on, others it doesn't quite perform as well as you might like it to. Like, because Anjanath is mostly a straight line fighter and doesn't really have a lot of sweeping or area of denial attacks, fanning maneuver will let you just dance around the big dino pretty easily. Although I am doing atrocious with some of these shots. Okay, there's the weak for capture. Smack him into another mine. And Pierce is probably one of your best options for if you want to go after an Anjanath. Because again, he's straight line fighter really. Oh, actually I think that's a new one. But it doesn't seem like it's that dangerous or hard to like deal with, does it? Kind of reminds me almost like a Devil Joe move more so, like trying to eat the ground where you are. And we just gotta keep leading him around in a few circles, and he should be down in just a moment. Although that one, they, I think, really turned down the amount of, like, range it has. Because I thought in... There we go. In World and Iceborne, that had a lot, like, further reach out against the Hunter. But that was our, well, the urgent Anjanath quest. I can't say our or first Anjanath, because again, footage issue, whatever, but still, that's done, and we'll have a little bit of a cutscene to play through. I'm actually kind of curious, if when the cutscene played, it was daylight, but the quest is ending at night, so I don't know if we'll, like, have that changed, or it actually has a little bit, like, dynamic lighting for the cutscenes, since they are, I think they're all rendered, like, in-game on map in a way. I'm not sure. We'll find out very soon. But yeah, Anjanath, nice to have a big brute wyvern in Rise and Sunbreak, as we don't really have too many of them, actually. I think it's Baroth, Anjanath. That might be it. Yeah, I think that is. Huh. Well, at least they made up for lack of brute wyverns with a good variety of other types of mon. Here we go, and it... Okay, it does have a set, like, lighting to it.
Nah. That's not it. Man, this thing is hard to find. Huh? Who are you? Whoa. Whoa! Yes! Now we're talking! Whoa, look at this! All of this! Isn't this great? Something strong scooped out the soil here. And there's marks of something being dragged.
Big drag mark.
The size of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Wyverian, that's right. The feet kinda, well, and the ears should've.
It must have passed through here.
So Garn Golem.
Wait a minute. Are you the hunter they sent to help? The one from Kamura? I knew it! Ha. The name's Bahari, gadget expert and researcher extraordinaire. Nice to meet you. Anyway, Garangolm aren't known for leaving their territory. So, what's this thing doing here? Something weird is going on. Huh. Guess I gotta start investigating, huh? I'd love to head back to the outpost with you, but I need to take care of some things here first. Could you, give my regards to the Admiral? Oh, and one more thing. If you run into Fierain, tell her I'm looking forward to seeing her again.
A bit eccentric, but you know what? I kinda like that. That's character for, like, Monster Hunter, since you don't really get that too much. A few little things there. Take them all. And we can head back to the hub. Or, well, Elgado.
Oh.
Well, sir, what can I say? Bahari was true to form. I'm not sure how we can guarantee his safety if he ignores the assistance offered to him. Fool. Yes, I couldn't agree more. Your previous reprimand feels especially relevant now. Though one might feel as their duty sacrifice themselves, others just see it as recklessness. Precisely. One's virtue, another's vice. Simple as that. Does your family, your friends care about your legacy more than your presence? No. It is foolish to believe such nonsense. Well said, sir. Now then, SurvivalVis. The Garangolm Bahari mentioned is, in fact, one of the 3 lords we're looking for.
I see.
He must have a good reason for wanting to stay out in the field. I just hope he understands the danger he's put himself in. Nevertheless, once he's ascertained the monster's approximate location, we'll dispatch reinforcements to guarantee his safety. Oh, and well done on that last mission. We're counting on your continued success to drive this investigation forward. Okay, we'll talk to Chiche, and then we'll probably wrap things up here. There are a few, like, little requests here and there, but they're nothing very major. Oh, SurvivalVis, you managed to find Bahari? Thank you so much. But he's staying out in the field to carry on his research. There's just no helping some people, is there? He of all people should know how dangerous it is out there. Nevertheless, we're pushing ahead with our investigations into the 3 lords and the other kingdom monsters. Some new quests have become available as well. Why not have a look at them? Yeah, so we'll take a preview there. Toby, Basario, Stratidus, all those that we'll cover in the subsequent hunts soon. And that is good to wrap things up here. So, the series is on track as proper. It will be a little bit changed come next episode, just back to the usual builds and stuff. And yeah, hopefully we don't have any more hiccups. But thank you guys for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, share them in the comments right down below. And until I see you in the next video, hunters and survivors. Wait, please remember, as always, take care, stay alive. Have I said that? God, I am so out of the loop. Okay, I'm just going to do it once more. Until I do see you in the next video, hunters and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.